In today's business news, let's discuss Walmart, specifically the closing of local Walmart stores.
Theft is an issue. It's higher than what it's historically been, and we've got safety measures, security measures that we put in place by store location. I think local law enforcement being staffed and being a good partner is part of that equation, and that's normally how we approach it. If that's not corrected over time, prices will be higher. Right. And or stores will close. It's really city by city, location by location. It's store managers working with local law enforcement, and we've got great relationships there for the most part, and that's the way we approach it.
Raise your hand if knowing that your local Walmart store having extra security would encourage you to shop there in person more often. When you think of a Walmart store, what comes to mind? Perhaps you envision the smaller Walmart neighborhood market stores. Perhaps you think of the vast Walmart supercenters that seem to cover multiple football fields. When Walmart thinks of its stores, it likely thinks in terms of sales and profitability. There's a reason why the Walton family is the richest family in the United States. Unfortunately, in Chicago this week, many people are thinking of store closings when they hear the word Walmart.
Walmart has announced a new round of store closures, including one of the largest locations on Chicago's South Side.
Nate Rogers is live in Chatham with details on this. Nate?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Natalie and Anthony. This news certainly catching the city council members and longtime Walmart patrons off guard. 4 locations to close throughout the Chicagoland area this coming Sunday. Those locations are neighborhood markets in Kenwood, Lakeview, also Little Village, also the Chatham Supercenter that you see right behind me, located here on South Stewart. Now, according to a memo, Walmart officials say collectively their Chicago stores have not made a profit since the first store opened 17 years ago. They claim to be losing tens of millions of dollars a year, with losses doubling over the last 5 years. Here's the Chatham location. The company remodeled the store twice after massive damage from looting incidents following unrest after the death of George Floyd. There are about 400 employees working here. Also unique to this location, a 44,000 square foot academy offering training in various sectors.
You may be thinking, well, that's unfortunate for Chicago, but actually it's not just Chicago. Walmart is actually closing multiple store locations.
Walmart is closing all of its stores in the Portland, Oregon area, stating that those locations are not meeting financial expectations. That's just a nice way of saying that shoplifting and theft in that area has gotten so bad that it makes more sense for them to close shop than to keep the stores open. Now, this doesn't come as a surprise because a few months ago, Walmart's CEO warned of closing stores across the United States in cities that have become soft on crime, saying that their only option would be to raise prices or close stores, and I guess now we have our answer. That closing the store is cheaper and more beneficial for the business than just keeping them open and raising prices to offset the losses. Now, Walmart isn't the only business in the area that's closed shop. A clothing retailer called Rains PDX closed shop in late 2022, all due to shoplifting and theft, which left the business in ruins after a staggering 15 break-ins in 2022. And contrary to what many people cite as justification for shoplifting, insurance companies are not picking up the bill here, which shuts down the argument that shoplifting is just a victimless crime. It's apparent now that it's not. The people who suffer the most are the people who pay for products and abide by the law in these areas. So the question is this: is it more humane to be tough on crime and crack down on criminals so that these stores can stay open in mostly low-income areas, which means profitability for these billion-dollar companies? Or is it better to be soft on criminals and allow shoplifting up to a limit in terms of value shoplifted, with the logic that shoplifters are simply taking what they need to survive? Think hard about your answer before you post it in the comments, because this scenario may be heading to a Walmart near you.
All this presents the question, what happens to Walmart stores once they've been closed? Like, what happens to the buildings themselves and the surrounding property and those parking lots? Maybe we should be asking what happens to the employees as well, but that's a different story.
Now, those employees out of a job are eligible to transfer to other Walmart and Sam's Club's facilities. Also, pharmacies that service these locations will remain open for the next 30 days.
This is where our Walmart story ends for now, but don't worry, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.